Wow. So what Bo Li said was basically big government social programs, right? Like welfare payments. And this is socialism slash communism in action. And that's what he wanted, right? He said it very loud and clear. And this is not surprising since he's part of the CCP. And what's concerning is that Bo Li, like I mentioned before, he's also working for the IMF, which means that the IMF and quite possibly the World Bank and the Bank for International Settlements, or BIS, have been deeply infiltrated by the CCP as well, right? And if you think CBDC is so far away, think again. According to the Bank for International Settlements, their report in November 2020 on CBDC in Nigeria, quote, the individual and merchant wallets of the e-Naira have different caps, okay, on daily transaction limits and the amount of e-Naira that can be held in them, depending on their customer due diligence tier. Which means right now in Nigeria, the government is literally setting limits on how much money people can have in their e-wallet and how much money they can spend per day, right? And at the end of the day, the term programmability is a key feature of the CBDC, where governments and central banks, they will have total control over when, where, and how our money is spent. Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, programmability, right? I mean, another word pops in my head is censorship. How scary is this? Programmable by private sector players? I mean, one thing that pops in my head when I was watching this video is the retirement money, for the Laobaixing, the Chinese people, the common people in China, for example, right? And think about it this way, like right now, at least to my knowledge, once you are retired in China, you get a paycheck every single month and you can stack that money in your bank if you spend zero if you wanted to, right? So now this digital currency, or it really, to me, sounds like a coupon of some sorts where it could literally expire before your groceries, right? How scary is that? So if you don't spend it, guess what? It's gone. You cannot save it. You cannot put it in the bank, spend it, or it's gone back to the government, back to these quote unquote private sector players. I mean, like I said, this is the complete opposite of freedom.